Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss building a high-performance team based on the insights of JP Pawliw, author of Performing Under Pressure. High-performing teams are not created by talent alone. They are built through trust, honesty, accountability, and the willingness to face difficult conversations together. Organizations become stronger when employees feel safe enough to speak openly, challenge ideas respectfully, and work together toward shared goals. The secret to building a high-performing team lies in balancing connection and courage. Connection helps people feel valued, respected, and psychologically safe within the workplace. Courage allows individuals to speak honestly, address difficult issues, and challenge unhealthy patterns when necessary. Teams become more successful when they move beyond comfortable communication and are willing to discuss important truths openly and constructively. Strong performance requires both high care for people and high accountability for results. A global auto parts manufacturer experienced repeated project failures, costing between $80 and $100 million every few years. The major reason behind these failures was not lack of expertise or resources. Instead, employees avoided giving honest upward feedback until situations became too serious to control. This situation reflects what is often called CEO disease, where leaders receive less candid information as they move higher in organizational hierarchy. High-performing organizations encourage employees to raise concerns early instead of remaining silent under pressure. Many workplace problems grow larger simply because people hesitate to speak honestly. Fear of conflict, criticism, or damaging relationships often prevents employees from sharing important concerns. Strong leaders create environments where open communication is encouraged and difficult conversations are treated as opportunities for improvement rather than threats. High performance often requires people to take emotional and professional risks. However, human biology naturally pushes individuals toward protection and safety during stressful situations. Research involving more than 34,000 people discovered that individuals leave out nearly 8% of what they truly need to say during important conversations. This missing last 8% usually contains the most difficult, emotional, or consequential part of communication. When teams avoid these difficult truths, decision-making quality decreases and organizational problems often remain unresolved. Research involving over 72,000 people identified two major elements that shape team culture: connection and courage. Connection refers to psychological safety, belonging, trust, and the feeling that every individual has a voice within the team. Courage refers to the ability to address difficult situations directly, maintain accountability, and take necessary risks, even when conversations become uncomfortable. The balance between these two qualities strongly determines whether a team becomes average or truly high-performing. The last 8% represents the gap between what people feel they should say and what they actually say. Most individuals are comfortable discussing the easier 92% of a topic, but they often avoid the final difficult portion because it feels emotionally risky. This final 8% usually contains the most honest feedback, critical concerns, difficult truths, or important decisions. Organizations that create safety for these conversations are more likely to innovate, solve problems effectively, and build stronger trust among team members. The most meaningful conversations inside organizations are often the most uncomfortable ones. High-performing teams learn how to communicate honestly while still maintaining empathy, professionalism, and mutual respect. When people feel psychologically safe, they are more willing to share ideas, concerns, and constructive feedback openly. Approximately 37% of teams fall into the family culture category, which reflects high connection but low courage. People care deeply about relationships and try to avoid conflict in order to maintain harmony within the team. As a result, communication may become overly polite or sugar-coated, and employees may avoid discussing difficult issues openly. Although this environment feels supportive, lack of accountability and honest feedback can reduce performance standards and slow important decision-making. Around 14% of teams operate within the transactional culture, which combines low connection with high courage. These teams focus heavily on short-term results and performance, while relationships and emotional well-being often receive less attention. Feedback may be delivered harshly, creating stress, anxiety, and burnout among employees. Although performance pressure may increase productivity temporarily, lack of emotional connection often weakens long-term engagement and teamwork. Approximately 16% of teams experience a fear-based culture, where both connection and courage remain low. Employees often avoid speaking honestly because leadership feels unpredictable, emotionally reactive, or difficult to approach. People begin walking on eggshells, avoiding difficult conversations in order to protect themselves from criticism or conflict. Over time, trust decreases, communication weakens, and toxic behaviors may continue because people no longer feel safe enough to speak openly. Fear-based environments reduce innovation, collaboration, and creativity. When employees feel unsafe, they stop taking risks, sharing ideas, or challenging unhealthy behaviors. Strong leadership helps create cultures where people feel respected, supported, and confident enough to communicate openly, even during difficult moments. Only about 33% of teams successfully create a true last 8% culture that combines both high connection and high courage. In these teams, employees communicate honestly while still maintaining care, empathy, and respect for one another. Feedback is direct but constructive, accountability remains strong, and people feel emotionally safe even when disagreements occur. These organizations become more innovative and resilient because employees are willing to discuss difficult truths before problems become serious. This framework illustrates the four major types of team cultures based on the balance between connection and courage. Teams with low connection and low courage often develop a fear-based culture where employees avoid speaking honestly and focus mainly on self-protection. Teams with high connection but low courage may feel supportive like a family, but they often avoid accountability and difficult conversations. Transactional cultures demonstrate high courage but low emotional connection, where performance is prioritized while relationships and employee well-being receive less attention. The goal is to build a true last 8% culture, where both connection and courage remain high, allowing people to communicate honestly while still feeling respected, valued, and psychologically safe. Leaders can help teams move toward a stronger, last 8% culture through intentional communication and vulnerability. The process begins by openly discussing team culture and helping employees understand the relationship between connection and courage. Leaders should model honesty, admit their own mistakes, and encourage team members to share concerns without fear of punishment. Teams can then establish shared communication norms and commitments for handling difficult conversations respectfully and productively. Transformational leadership requires emotional intelligence, openness, and trust. Leaders who encourage honest dialogue help teams become more accountable, collaborative, and resilient under pressure. Healthy cultures are built when people feel both psychologically safe and professionally challenged. Team culture is shaped every day through communication, leadership behavior, and workplace norms. Leaders play a major role in creating environments where people feel safe enough to discuss difficult truths openly and respectfully. When organizations encourage accountability, courage, trust, and psychological safety, they unlock stronger innovation, better decisions, and higher team performance. Building a high-performing team requires both care for people and commitment to excellence. High-performing teams are built through trust, courage, accountability, and honest communication. Organizations become stronger when employees feel safe enough to share ideas, challenge problems, and support one another during difficult situations. Leaders who create cultures of openness and psychological safety help teams achieve long-term growth, innovation, and success. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.